What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. I'm back again with another video, baby. Man, today we're gonna just talk about 5 key mistakes that I think I see regular or beginner botters making when it comes to just botting pretty much every release. As you can see in the background, I do have my hands on Cyber. I'll be using Cyber until the end of May, and I just want to see what all the hype is about, pretty much. I'm kind of happy that I got my hands on Cyber, to be honest. I'm looking forward to copping with Cyber a lot. I'm looking forward to just a lot of stuff when it comes to Cyber. I'm pretty excited to have the bot. Shout out to my guy who gave me the bot, who lent me the bot over, and it was kind of clutch how he just came and was like, I have Cyber, feel free to use it. I was like, all right, cool. It was like you can get it for all the way to the end of May. I was like, well, look at this. But anyways, let's get into the video, man. 5 mistakes that beginner botters are out there making. And number one, I would say learning your bot. A lot of beginner botters, they just get a bot and they be like, oh, I have a shoe bot, a sneaker bot, or a Supreme bot, and I'm about to cop everything. I'm about to go out there and I'm just finna destroy it. And when they strike out on 2 releases after having the bot, it's just like, this is the worst bot ever. No, it's not the worst bot ever. It's just you just don't know what you're doing, pretty much. you need to first go and take a look at the Discord. See what they're saying. See the best proxies that they're telling you to use. See I don't want to give away all the other numbers that I'm going to with mistakes, but you just have to learn about it. Go to the Discord, look at successful setups, look at the guides. The guides will tell you a lot about your bot, man. You have to realize that botting is going to take practice. It's just not something you're just going to wake up and be like, ooh, yeah, I'm a sneaker botter now, or I'm a Supreme botter now. I have a bot. I'm finna, fuck it up.
Watch your profanity.
Stuff like that. It doesn't work like that, man. So you really have to just take time and just learn what you're doing. Read. It's gonna take a lot of reading. Even though like I'm running Cyber, I still have the person whose bot this originally is. Still have him sending me over the guides and stuff from Supreme Discord, because I'm not in the Discord. So anytime they're updating, I want him to send me the updates from the dev blog, or the reasons they push these updates, just all those types of things. I also I had a video of me using Cyber for Supreme, but I'm not sure what happened to that video. I'll try to find it, but as for right now, that video is, I don't know. It's not on my hard drive. It's not on my computer. I don't know where it is, but I'll definitely find it and put that out as well. But like I said, mistake number 1: learn the bot. You just can't come out here and be like, yeah, I'm just finna go buy this website, I'm finna go buy this release. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen like that. It's gonna take time. Look, it's gonna take time, man. Be patient. Patience is key, to be honest. Yeah, just take a look around Discord. Ask questions to the people who are in the bot Discord and not the people in your cook groups. The people in your cook groups, everybody has not used the bot that you have. Like, it's a lot of new bots out there. A lot of people have not had their chance to get their hands on certain bots. I'm not gonna put no names out, but it's just, if everybody has not used A and B, even though I think everybody should probably be everybody's first bot, but everybody has not used A and B. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come to just the cook group and expect them to be just have advanced knowledge on A and B bot when people in there probably have never used AMB or is not currently using AMB, so they don't know the new things that AMB offers. So it's just about learning the bot you have and also asking questions inside the bot Discord and bouncing ideas off of people in that Discord. Your cook group is there to help, but they're not going to have all the answers when it comes to certain questions about different bots, because different bots work different ways. All right. So step number 2. Mistake number 2. Proxies. Proxies are very important when it comes to botting, because you really shouldn't be botting on your local host, especially if you're running over 8 to 10. If you're running over 10 tasks, please don't bot on your local host. You can get IP banned, whether you're on a server or not. They'll ban the IP, and you can go and say GG's for that website, and especially if it's like a Supreme website. Those are websites, Supreme, your foot sites are websites that you really don't want to get banned from, just because those are the sites that you're going to be probably botting the most, and you're going to make the most profit out of your money. So make sure you have good proxies. Make sure that with those proxies, you know the type of proxies you need. So you have your data centers, and then you have your resi proxies, which are residential proxies. Don't go on Supreme trying to use residential proxies and think that you're supposed to cop with residential proxies on Supreme. Residential proxies are not the best proxies to use on Supreme. Get you some DC proxies, test the proxies on Supreme's website to see your speeds. Like the proxies I have private proxies that I'm using for this release that you see, which was the Travis Scott release. This was a private proxy called Professor Proxies. He was nice enough that I reached out, and he sent me over some proxies. And then I also have Booney Bears. So Booney Bears Proxies is also a private proxy company that I find is very useful. Booney Bears is a Chinese-based proxy company, so everything is in Chinese. So no, I can't speak Chinese, but I do use Google Translate to actually maneuver through generating the proxies. And also they have a guide, an English guide that they just recently made, so it helps you maneuver through the generator on how to generate the proxies. And yeah, right now I don't recommend any proxies, because I just haven't found the proxy company that's really worth me recommending. But pretty sure that like your common proxy companies, your Leaf proxies, your Shotcook proxies. I kind of like Slash proxies. I think Inertia proxies are decent. I have copped off Supreme with Inertia residential proxies, which is pretty good. But I don't know if I got lucky or what, because ever since then I tried to use the residentials along with data center proxies, and those residentials were not quick enough. A lot of people are going to tell you that their residential proxies also work on Supreme. Of course they work on Supreme, but the question is, are they fast enough for you to cop hype items on Supreme? I don't expect you to go out to BOGOs with residential proxies, because BOGOs are going to sell out in like less than 1 second probably, if that. You know what I'm saying? So using residential proxies, man, is really for foot sites. Foot sites do well with residential proxies. I haven't used data center proxies on foot sites just yet. I think I'll use them on Saturday for sure. I'll use data center proxies on foot sites just to see how these proxies will work, to see if it'll move quicker. I'm going to use Cyber on foot sites, which a lot of people is saying it's not the best thing to do, but I'm also going to do Shopify as well. But I'm definitely going to use Cyber for foot sites and see how well that works. It should be interesting. It's going to be an interesting video. I'm going to run a few slots for people in the click group And I mean, if you guys have any questions or concerns, or if you want me to run slots on Cyber for you for the Jordan ones, just feel free to email me or follow me on Instagram at jdonaldson901. Send me a DM, or even on Twitter, send me a DM on Twitter at jdonaldson901, and I can send you over the form. You can fill out the form, and we can get to business. But other than that, like I said, figure out what proxies work best with your bot. Figure out, I would like, for instance, I wouldn't use a proxy company that has tons of success with Mech and Velox or Velox, whatever. They have tons of success on Supreme with their proxies, but you don't see anything with like Kodai or Cyber under that proxy company. You just see a lot of the Supreme bots doing good with that proxy company. I wouldn't try to go by that proxy company and use that proxy company on Cyber for Supreme. I'll just try to do some research, find a proxy company that has tons of success with people using Cyber, or tons of success with people using Kodai on Supreme. If they're sold out, wait till they restock, DM them, see if they'll restock, see if they'll help you out. It's all about really networking. The botting community is really about networking. Like, if you can network, you'll be able to survive. But moving on to mistake number three. Mistake number three, I think, is pretty much one clicks. Like, man, bro, like you need one clicks. Like, you're not finna sit here and just outsolve captures. Sometimes captures don't even work. Sometimes the bot, you have so many tasks and the bot gets a little cluttered, so the captures aren't working. But if you have one clicks and the capture doesn't show up, that one click automatically sends a success through the bot to go ahead and move forward with having the bot basically click the one click or whatever. But one clicks are I have found out one clicks are very, very useful, and this is something I just found out recently. So I mean, I'm trying to put you guys on game, and if you're a beginner botter, then now you know, like, hey, I need to invest in me some one clicks. Like I said, right now, the companies I've been using, the one clicks are iffy. So I don't want to recommend you guys to some one click companies, and then you get them and it's like, okay, them one clicks didn't work. But J Donaldson 901 or Jamal said that they're gonna work, and no, I ain't trying to do that. So I'm gonna let you do your research and see what company you want to go with. But make sure you find some one clicks. One clicks are very important. Mistake number 4. Delays. You have to know your delays. Like, delays mixed with good proxies, mixed with whatever bot you want to use. I think your delays will help you. When you have like bots like Cyber, Kodai, Whatbot, your delays, you can play around with your delays, because those bots are written so well that sometimes you can just cop with some of the highest delays that you can possibly think of, or sometimes you can cop with the lowest delays and not get payment decline, because that was weird. Because you don't want to have payment decline because you're moving so fast, because the bot is going so fast through the checkout that it's just like, all right, the website has just noticed, like, this is definitely a bot trying to check out, and we're definitely not going to approve this transaction. So then you get payment decline. Then you send another one through, and it's like, all right, we're going to block this card because this just came through quick again. So your delays, your monitor delay, and your retry delays, make sure that you have an understanding of what those delays are for. I probably have a video coming out trying to break down your monitor and your retry delays and everything. But this also comes with mistake number 1, going to just research and look at successful setups to see people in the past. Like if Johnny had, use a monitor delay of 4444, and then a retry delay of 3333. And he had, total 4 checkouts with 8 tasks ran. That is a very successful checkout, and he used it on Supreme. Then maybe you should try that, but it may not be successful for you because it depends on what type of proxies. If he was on localhost, it depends on if he used DC proxies, residential proxies. It just depends on a lot. It depends on if he was on a server. If he was on a server, then his server speed could be different than your server speed. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's in there that varies, and you just have to just try your best to learn. Try your best to learn things and work it out, situate it, and work your way through the mistakes, kinks. It's not likely that you're gonna be copping a lot of heat right away. It's gonna take time for sure. Believe me, it's been taking me time, and like I said, and I'm finally getting my hands on good reputable bots. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but we're gonna move along to the last mistake that I see botters making. Mistake 5 is generally just overdoing it. Like you can't be going after 20 pair of shoes and you just getting the bot, and once you don't have success, you run 100 tasks and they're all going to the same address, and you didn't try to jig your address or anything, and all of a sudden you start getting cancellations if you actually have successful checkouts, or if the bot is just basically freezing on you, because a lot of these bots can't hold a lot of bandwidth. Like even using like Electra browser, I've learned that Electra browser right now can't hold a lot of bandwidth because it's just like I don't know if it's something dealing with the server that they have the bot on generally, but if you run over more than 20 tasks on Electra browser, it starts to slow down and things start to freeze. And if you do pass queue, then you have other issues with that. But bots like Cyber, Whatbot, Kodai, I know I keep naming these bots, but these are bots that I've used. Bots of those natures are, you can run 1,000 tasks pretty much, if I'm not mistaken. I know some people run about 300 tasks on Cyber. I've seen people run on Kodai about 150 tasks for foot sites. I'm saying a lot too. I hate that. But that comes along with learning the bot. I mean, everything is going to probably go back to mistake number 1, learning the bot. But mistake number 5, man, is don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. If your bot can't afford to have that, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I will have another video on part 2 to help you guys cop more, man, coming soon. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe, man. Peace, love, and happiness. Appreciate you guys for checking it out, man. Leave a comment. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas or mistakes or anything. So, like I said, we'll try our best to keep it up. And peace, love, and happiness. Your boy out. Ow.
Thinking sweet must be mistaken. Hold up my chain for the take. Some of your dogs turn to haters when you take chance for their paper.